What's up, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to another episode of Pour Michigan Beer, guys. I am doing a review that I do nearly every year. This has been probably my sixth check-in to this beer on Untapped. That is just a frame of reference I have, guys. I think I've reviewed this 3 times. And notably, I just did this last year on the channel. You can go look up my 2020 review. This is going to be officially the Bell's Hopslam Ale 2021 review, guys. It's my due diligence. I do it every single year, no matter what. So here we are. We have a fun fact about this year, actually, guys. This is done in bottles only this year, because there's a can shortage with the brewery. So that's happening across the country to many, many breweries. And good thing that focused. And I see that this has affected Bell's pretty heavily. So they actually just did bottles this year, guys. They were forced to do that. So on the back, we have packaged on 12/29. Today is the 7th of January, so I'm going to upload this video tonight just because, hey guys, I don't think any other YouTuber has done Hopslam this year yet. But not that I expect anything new. It's just literally, I feel like I have to get this beer every year. It used to be hyped up back in the day. People would go searching for this beer. I no longer do that, but it does come to my door, so I do drink it, guys. Literally, it comes to the store, so it's just sitting right in front of me. I always drink it. I always try to review it nowadays. I don't expect anything too crazy new about this beer, though. So on the back, we have an exceptionally aromatic blend of hops combined in this balanced interpretation of the double IPA style, best enjoyed as fresh as possible. Well, guys, 12/29. This is 8 days fresh, so literally just over a week. That is pretty darn fresh. You're not going to get too much better than that. Same can or artwork on the bottle, not can, obviously, no cans this year. And 10%, guys, so nothing has changed that I'm aware of. So let's check it out. We're doing our due diligence. Must drink Hopslam, guys. I don't know how you guys feel about this one, but it does lose hype, especially with all the competition that there is in the beer game, guys. There's so many great beers to choose from, but again, Bell's, one of my favorite breweries, especially in Michigan and in the country, so you have to actually try it. To keep up with the times, guys, you have to try it. Okay. Pouring that honey gold kind of tinted amber beer that I remember. A little bit of burnt orange in there. But yeah, very, very golden burnt orange. Definitely that caramel kind of honey hue to it, guys. It looks really good in the glass. Nice little pinky's worth of fluffy head. Little tight compacted bubbling that's sticking to the glass. Pretty good, guys. Some bigger bubbling inside of that creamy layer of head. Should dissipate quickly at 10% ABV. There is a lot of bubbling streaming to the top. Looks like decent carbonation. Looks pretty syrupy and thick in the glass, guys. It looks like a 10% beer if you ask me. Let's go to an aroma. That herbally, grassy, piney punch that you're getting with this beer, guys, is coming off the top real nice. A little bit of like citrus, maybe some grapefruity, oranginess in here, maybe a little tangerine kind of thing. I would say there's like a hint of maybe melon or stone fruit and probably tropical fruit genericness, but nothing that I could grab in that direction and point out specifically, just kind of that genericness there. But yeah, you got this like kind of oily, thick, piney honey burst on the nose, guys. So let's go to a cheers. This is the 2021 Hopslam from Bell's. Cheers, guys. Woohoo! Nice piney zing on the back end. Good dose of bitterness. Definitely a little bit of that booze coming out, guys. It's still pretty darn cold. I just pulled it out of the fridge. But you're getting that. Yeah, I get a lot of that. That's very grassy and kind of herbally, kind of a little bit of like dank thing. Not quite to the dank level, but approaching that level. On the back end, lingers real nice, and you're getting like literally pine cone-ish bitterness on the back end that just lingers and lingers, guys. Very nice. Close to heavy mouthfeel for a double IPA. It's oily, like I said. It sticks to your palate nicely, kind of viscous. Got a dash of creamy in there also. I like that dryness on the back end, guys. It sticks out pretty good. But you're getting hit with like a doughy, kind of malty honey forefront. Very, very thick on there. I get a little bit of like this apricot thing. I feel like I always get a little bit of apricot in this beer. I don't think I get it as much as I did in the past year, but I think there's like this kind of like apricot jelly thing on like a very, very bready, malty forefront, guys. It just kind of blends together real nice with that. It's a double IPA, but this comes off quite dry. I thought this was sweeter in past years, guys. This seems like a drier version of Hopslam. I remember this being more like caramel toffee sweet, or not toffee, but caramel sweet, a little bit more honey, syrupy sweetness. Not getting that as much, especially with the finish on this beer, guys. You get that honey sweetness in the middle. A little bit of that like apricot-y cantaloupe thing, a little bit of honeydew, or not, maybe not honeydew, but there's a melon apricot peachiness that's in this. I mean, it could just be peachy that I'm mistaking it for. But that's in the middle, and then you're getting that kind of like honey sweetness in the middle, guys. And then it just goes into like pine cone, kind of like dank, dry, florally thing. I mean, on the back end, that is just interesting. I could be wrong, but I don't remember this being so dry in past years. This is a very, very dry version of Hopslam. Again, the honey's more in the middle. It's pretty tamed. You expect this bigger kind of malt-driven 10% beer. It does. You get that in the middle, guys, and then it kind of transitions into like this dry, floral, big pine resin dank thing. And I don't. It's not quite to that dank level. I keep saying that, but it's just approaching that pine dank marriage of flavors. I don't know where that's coming from. But I do get some nice floral in this beer, reminiscent of Two Hearted, that kind of like centennial kind of vibe for a second. But this is definitely a different beer from Two Hearted, guys, as you know. Sweetness is there. I don't remember it being that piney and dry on the back end. Maybe the pine was there, but not the dryness. Just it dries out very, very nice. You're getting this double IPA kind of big West Coast vibes. And then kind of just, it balances out real nice, guys. Sometimes these are a mess being at 10%. Sometimes you get it just it's not tasty when it's overly sweet and overdone. This one is not. Again, dries out in a fantastic fashion. That's actually quite impressive. There it is. A little bit more of that peachiness coming out, a little bit of that apricot thing. Yeah, guys, it's a good beer. Don't get me wrong. It's a great beer. Good quality in here. You can tell it's super fresh. It's got the big hoppy flavors punching you right in the face. Bitterness, not too shabby on the back, and it lingers, but really it's that pine resin for me, and a dry kind of pine cone thing that's just sitting on my palate, and even right now it's sitting there. It is sitting there. So I expected more bitterness, but with how dry this is, it really is just a dry, bitter beer. But again, bitterness, not terrible. It's not like it doesn't taste good, okay? So let's put it that way. The beer sits real nice on the back end, but it lets you know there's a ton of pine resin and a little bit of that bitterness that lingers, guys. So, yeah, very well done beer. Is it my favorite beer? No, it is not my favorite beer, but is this a high-quality, well-done beer? Absolutely, guys. Bells nails this one right on the head, but it does taste a little bit different. I get a little bit less citrus, a little bit less stone fruity, tropical fruit in this beer than I remembered. Maybe it never had that, but that's just my opinion this year, guys. It seems drier. It seems less fruity, if you will. Not that it was ever very fruit forward to begin with, but it does have less of that quality and more dryness. If I had to try to compare it to past years, that's where I'm sitting with this one, guys. As for rating, fantastic double IPA. I like that it's dry. I don't like that the sweetness would linger on my palate. It's not doing that, like I said. So where I'm going to sit with this one, guys, is a solid 4.1 out of 5. I think that is up from my rating last year. Last year I was kind of harsh on it because I think this does have an overhyped quality to it. But guys, it's Bell's, and it's still Hopslam, and it's still a good beer. And we got to remember that this came a long way, and they were one of the front runners in creating a fantastic double IPA, guys. They have not stop doing this, and I respect them for doing it once a year, and I still get it. So, and I'm going to continue to do it, guys. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, it's a super good beer. So yeah, 4.1 out of 5, guys. That's where I stand. Do yourselves a favor, go looking for it. Again, I think this is going to sit around $16.99 in Michigan. Probably going to get a lot of prices bumped up from a lot of different retailers because they can, guys. They can. For me, $16.99. That's what you're going to get for a 6-pack from Bell's Hopslam Ale. This has been the 2021 review, guys, and I appreciate you stopping by and watching my video, clicking on it. And if you made it this far, guys, please obliterate that subscribe button and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. This has been another episode of Poor Michigan Beer, guys. Later.